Welcome back to another video. For this video, I'll be going through the game plan or the analysis that I have for Thursday, 30th of October, post FOMC. TLDR, I am bullish on the indices and I am bearish on Euro USD and British Pound USD. Heading into the charts, we can see that this was the aftermath of FOMC's destruction. So for here, we are trading towards the previous day's high for ES, and Nasdaq, we have already taken out the previous day's high. Right now, what I'm looking for is a potential swing high to form on the 1 hour time frame, and I would like to see a swing low forming on the 1 hour time frame as well. That would give us the dealing range, because Asia's range is just too much, too huge, or too big to work with. So as long as I don't see SMT on the highs, either session SMTs or hourly swing high SMTs, I would continue to look for longs. Alright, but in order for me to look for longs, I would need a swing low to form on in 1 hour, just like how it did on Tuesday. Swing low forming. An example would be this, a swing low forming, and then we take out that swing low and then we shift higher. So that swing low that was taken out, I want that swing low to be formed after midnight. So right now we are 10 minutes away from midnight. ES is probably going to take this high. So in an event, it forms a swing high first and then it takes out the swing high providing SMT, then I would consider taking shorts to trade back into the Asia's range. However, I would be technically trading against the trend. So my risk to, this is the paper trading. So my risk is going to be reduced. Risk to reward, it's going to be reduced to 1.5R instead of 2R, because I would be taking technically a retracement trade. So over here you can see that we are FOMC has traded into a bearish fair value gap for ES and for YM. However, Nasdaq did not provide that gap fill or that fair value gap tap. So in this case, the most bullish asset is going to be Nasdaq. If possible, I would like to take longs on Nasdaq as compared to ES. And for shorts, I would prefer Nasdaq to form a lower high, because Nasdaq has a better target, a clearer draw on liquidity as compared to ES. The other thing to take note is that for the three indices, YM is lagging behind. And I would like to see if YM is interested in trading all the way to this fair value gap's high, because if it does, then it gives me more confidence in long positions, as YM usually provides more like a signal into the opposing direction first when decoupled. So I have to keep this in mind. But if nothing else happens, or if everything is following to plan, then we would still be looking for higher prices regardless, until an SMT forms on highs. For DXY, Euro and British Pound, let's take a look at the weekly time frame, and then you're going to see that we are drawing to the low right here. We are in a bearish order flow for Euro, and we have this quarterly fair value gap. This is a 3 months fair value gap that I'm looking at. Over here for British Pound, we have already tagged into it, but it's the most bearish as compared to, it is more bearish as compared to Euro. So it hit that fair value gap first. I'm looking for Euro to hit that fair value gap as well, maybe at a later date, but that is going to be the main draw on liquidity. And until we hit this quarterly fair value gap, I don't think that we're gonna go higher. We have a potential dealing range as well from this swing low to this current high. It's not a swing high yet, it's just a high. So if we plot that out, 50% is way down here. So I'm not expecting price to trade all the way into 50%, maybe just tap this fair value gap and then it forms a higher high and then later on comes back into the 50%, but this is on a very higher time frame perspective, very high time frame perspective. It doesn't really matter on the dollar time frames because that's just an additional insight that could help. That's why I'm covering it. Right, we over here on the daily, we took out a swing high and then we formed a swing high right here on Wednesday close. So this is an indication that expansion is most likely going to happen on Thursday and Friday. Expansion in terms of continuation. So we're gonna look and see if we can trade below previous day's low on Thursday. If not, we're gonna provide a fair value gap for Friday to trade into and then drop down into Wednesday's low. That is my main bias for Forex, Euro and British Pound USD to the end of the week. Dropping down into the 1 hour, for today I'll be looking for the same thing, which means I want to see a swing high forming after midnight. I want to see price take out that swing high, and once it does, I would drop down into the 15 minutes time frame for the CISD, and once the CISD is confirmed, then I would look to take a short position on Euro looking for 2R. That's it, and hope you enjoyed this session here. It's been a while because there was FOMC, so I was holding off a little bit. Good luck trading for the rest of the week, and I'll talk to you again.